Guess who's back? Yes. So I have finished. It was a very long day, but I just thought I would check in with you guys and just let you know how it was before I relaxed, took the wig off and the makeup off. Yeah, I've just kind of written like some notes about the day and just like to talk through for those who have never been to a fabric show. And when I got there, it was really easy to get to. So from the station, it's just like a straight walk and then left somewhere. And yeah, so it was really easy to get to. And then when I got there, everyone was really, like, the reception people were really friendly. So there was a security, they search your bags just to make sure you don't have anything you shouldn't. And then you kind of like had to print your own kind of badge kind of thing. So then literally I walked in and there was just like stalls and stalls and stalls of like fabric, like, but it's like it's not like, it's like being like going shopping. There's like racks and racks, and each store has about like 3 racks of fabric, and like each bit of fabric's about like that big, so you can have like get an idea, you know, like an idea of what it looks like, the feel and yeah, so that was really good. And then I just kind of started going through my list, and at this point I still had no idea like what to do. I was just like kind of looking tentatively, like just trying to stay out of people's way. Like I didn't want them to like start talking to me and saying like, do you want to order, because I genuinely thought like you had to place the order like there and there. Like if you like a fabric, then you place the order there and then they send it to you. That's how I thought it worked, but it does not work like that at all. When I went for my break, I kind of came across this really pushy store, and they were like, you know, like straight away they were like, you like this? And they started writing my details down, and I was like, okay, well, I haven't seen anyone get their cards out or anything like that, so I just assumed maybe they're gonna send an invoice type of thing. So I was like, okay, I'll just like whatever, you know, and you kind of get like go along with it. So yeah, so it was, I was kind of looking at some lace, and the guy was like, you like this, you like this? Okay, I'm gonna write it down and I'll send it to you. I was like, okay. But then I kind of asked him like, how does it work, because I've never done this before. And then he was like, basically what you do is you look at the fabrics that you like, and if there's ones that you're interested in or you think that you could potentially use for your collection, you kind of show it to them and they'll write it down for you, and then they send you swatches of the fabric. And it's only after they've sent you the swatches of the fabric that you can decide how much you want of that fabric and place an order for real. So okay, I was like, oh, okay, makes sense. That gave me a little bit more confidence. Like if he didn't push me into like trying to make an order kind of thing, I would have like probably walked away there with nothing, or I don't even know what I would have done, but I was doing it wrong for a long time. But that's why I'm here, to make all the mistakes for you guys so you don't have to. So I went round and then I started like picking fabrics and just kind of letting them know, this is what I want, this is like, you know, can you send it to this address? And you know, these business cards I had nicely ordered, nicely got ready and everything. So when you place your, like, ask them to send you like little samples of the fabric, they basically say like, have you got a business card? And on the business card, that's where they'll get your address, your name, and then kind of send you the swatches. But on my business card, it was more for customers. So my business card is more for, let's say if I was in the street and I gave it to a random person, they will be able to find us on our website or our Instagram if they're trying to like see more about us. But because it didn't have my address on it, I had to write the address down manually or put it on my business cards. So if you're going to a fabric show, make sure you put your address on your business cards, just to make life easier for you. Found that being a smaller brand, when you are approaching the I think you call them agents, when you're approaching them, if they can tell that you're not from like a big company or you're not like a big producer, they're very reluctant. They're not very reluctant, but they just treat you as kind of less important, like, oh, whatever. Like they're not very, like, they won't try and suggest more things for you. So when I would like see them speaking to other people, they would be like, oh, you know, we've got these hot new prints coming, you know, I'm going to send you all the swatches. Like, whereas like when I came, they kind of just was like, okay, is this what you want? Okay, write it down, address, that's it really. Yeah, they didn't really try and like network with me or try to get to know me or anything like that. Even like when I told them my name, they were just like, okay. But you know what, I guess that's just what happens in the business, and hopefully next year they will be the one chasing me down to come to their store. It took a long time to get through everything, like a very long time. So for sure, if you're gonna go to one, definitely either go with 2 people or more, or have like a strict criteria for who you're gonna go and visit. So for me it was minimum order, but again, minimum order isn't necessarily like the program that you're given prior to the event may not always be accurate, because I did go to some where I thought there was no minimum order, but then they tell you that there is, or some where they don't let you know that they have no minimum order, and maybe you don't go there and you miss out. That actually happened to the last one that I went to. I can't even remember, but it was a Spanish company, and I hadn't even like seen them in the brochure prior to the event. But when I went there, the lovely lady I met, like just as I got there, told me like, oh, try the Spanish company, they don't have any minimum. So I just remembered that before I left, and I just went to check them out, and I actually managed to pick up like 4 or 5 swatches. And yeah, so as much as like you might have a like idea of what you want to see, if there is more than one of you, then maybe someone can go and have a look at some of the things that you never thought, that you haven't considered, just so you don't miss out and you can cover all the bases on that. In terms of like the event itself, it was good because they even had like refreshments, like for after I got to like J, I got to J and I was shattered. Yeah, I got to like a store J's and stuff, and it was so tiring, so I had to go get some refreshments, and thank the Lord they were free, so that's really good. A thumbs up to you guys, because the last thing you need to do is, I don't know, everyone loves a freebie, you know, so it just makes you feel like more like, yes, I really like the event, makes you want to come again, you know, because you know you'll be looked after. It is a really long day, so to know that, yeah, like there's gonna be food available is good. So I had gone there with the intentions of actually finding some recycled fabrics. I did see a lot of organic cotton, well, some stores that I had that were saying on the program that they do organic cotton. When I actually went to approach them, they said that they didn't have any like to display, so I had to get like a business card. I wasn't able to see them in person, so that was a bit disappointing. I know some people did have organic cotton, that's not to say that they didn't, but I wasn't able to go see them because they probably had really high minimum orders, so it may not have been available to me anyway. And I overheard somebody speaking about recycled fabrics, but yet again it was a store with a higher minimum order, so that wasn't available to me. I wish that they had a section where so like how they had accessory section or vintage section or a printed section. I think it would have been really good to have a recycled fabric section. Even though some people had it within their stores, it would have been nicer to have it like more visible, rather than, you know, kind of if you know then you know type of situation. So I would say in terms of like the next event, if they can have like recycled and yeah, so basically the more recycled fabrics, if they could have a section for that, that would be amazing. And yeah, I would definitely go to the next one. I don't know whether it was just me or maybe I went at the wrong time, but I did find that there wasn't a lot of summer fabrics. A lot of the fabrics were like winter, were like autumn winter, quite thick, and the thin fabrics that they had were like lace. They didn't have a lot in between. Specifically for the stores that I visited, they didn't have a lot of in between thickness fabric, so it was like either lace or thick fabric that you can't really design for in the summer. And my understanding is that if I'm gonna go fabric shopping now, then it's probably gonna be for the summer collection rather than for the winter collection. But that's maybe because I obviously work on my own, so I need that extra time to actually get the full collection done. But yeah, like in its entirety, I had fun. Yeah, I had fun. It was nice to experience something new, and obviously I gained confidence kind of like just navigating and like taking videos. So I hope that I'm able to do this even more often in the future, and I hope obviously you guys really enjoyed, and I will see you at the next fabric show. Maybe the next time it's gonna be scouting locations for shoots. I don't know, but I'll definitely love to keep you along on this journey. Until next time, Liquorice Family.